Most people are like puppets moved by the strings of their emotions, pulled by every insult, every look, every scroll on a screen. It's honestly sad. Let me tell you something. Real, if you want to become unstoppable, you must learn one powerful skill. Act like nothing affects you. You walk into a room, people are staring, some are judging, some are hoping you mess up. Good. Let them watch. You don't flinch. You don't blink. You don't react, because the moment you do, they win. They get control. Control over your emotions, control over how you're seen. You turn into their toy. You want to succeed? Then remember this. The world respects composure, not tears, not outbursts, composure. You act like nothing gets to you, and suddenly you're the one in charge. You lead the rhythm. You set the mood. You become the lion among sheep. They lied to you. They said, express yourself. They said, be open. Go ahead. Cry on. TikTok and see how fast they turn on you. This world doesn't hand out pity. It hands out consequences. You walk around showing weakness, and guess what you attract? Predators. So what's the answer? You wear your face like armor, cold in your veins, fire in your stomach, but nothing on your face. That's how you win. You think strong. People don't feel hurt. Wrong. They just never show it. You want to be powerful, then learn the art of silence. Let them believe you're unshakable even when your world is falling apart. That's real power, because when you stay calm in chaos, you stay in control. You outlast everyone else. You win. So, next time life hits you, someone insults you, things fall apart, betrayal stabs deep, don't react. Smile, nod, walk like you're still ahead. That's how you destroy them, by never showing what destroys you secret. Act like nothing affects you long enough, and eventually nothing will. Emotional control is power. Most people today are trapped by how they feel. Someone says something rude and they explode. Someone cuts them off in traffic and they scream. They let the outside world shape their inside world. That's weakness. And that's how you get played, manipulated, defeated in life. If you can't handle your feelings, someone else will handle them for you. Every time you feel angry, sad, offended, or unsure because of someone else's actions or words you're giving them, more power over your mind than you have. That's a scary place to live. If someone can control your peace with just a sentence, you're not free. You're a program. You're predictable. Real winners don't react emotionally, they respond with purpose. Emotional control is what separates the average from the elite. Ever notice how the top people seem untouched? It's because they trained themselves to split emotion from action. They don't move because they feel like it, they move because it works. They've mastered how to look calm, confident, and unreachable even with disaster right in front of them. That's not natural. It's built, it's practiced, it's earned through trials. Look around the world. Teaches you the opposite. It tells you to let it all out. Feel everything. Cry if you need to. But here's the truth. When you let emotions run the show, you get played in a world full of predators. There's no room to be overly emotional. They don't care about your tears. They care about leverage. You cry, they see a crack. You get mad, they see a weakness. You act from emotion. They already won. Emotional control is how you stay focused while everyone else burns out chasing emotional highs and lows. It's not about being cold. It's about being the one in charge. Your emotions are tools, not chains. You don't stuff them down. You own them. You don't react blindly, you choose your response. That gives you the edge when others are panicking, yelling, breaking down. You're composed, locked in, still taking action while they feel you perform. You want respect. You want power. You want to be unstoppable. Emotional control is the key. People admire the one who keeps calm under fire. They follow the one who stays strong when everything's falling apart. That person wins every time. When you rule your emotions, nothing can shake you. And when nothing shakes you, you become untouchable. That's real power, not an idea. That's how you lead. That's how you win. People see what you show them, not what you think. If you walk around looking nervous, stressed, weak, or confused, that's exactly how people will treat you. They don't read your thoughts. They respond to what you put out. Your stance, your look, your tone, your vibe. That's what they feel. Whether you like it or not, people are always watching, figuring you out. Deciding if you're a leader or a follower, a lion or a lamb. You could be smart, kind, hardworking, but if you carry yourself like a mess, no one cares. Life doesn't reward good intentions unless they come with presence. That's why people with less talent often succeed. They understand the power of presence. They walk with purpose, speak with boldness, move like they belong. And because of that, others believe them, follow them, respect them. It's not always fair, but it's real. When you show the world nothing gets to you, you send a signal that you're in charge. You show that you're emotionally sharp, mentally steady, and above petty drama. That signal makes people treat you differently. They don't test you as much. They hesitate before challenging you. And many walk away before anything begins. Why? Because they sense something solid, something real. And in a world full of fragile people, being solid is rare and powerful. Most people spend their lives reacting to every comment, every glance. Someone says something, they explode. They carry their stress and fears on their faces. They post about it. They sound exhausted. They speak like life's victim. And that just tells the world they have no control. They're easily moved. And the world pushes them around more not out of cruelty, but instinct. Like nature, weakness attracts challenge. When you flip that, when you master your look, your posture, your tone, you change your world. People assume you're capable. Confident, dangerous. Before you speak, your silence speaks. Your calm becomes scary. People doubt themselves around you. They wonder what you know that they don't. And that's where you win. It's not about being fake. It's about choosing who you show the world. If you let the world see fear, doubt, or worry, they'll give you reasons to feel even more of it. But if you carry yourself like a force, steady, sharp, strong, they'll believe it, and you will too. Your actions train your mind. Act calm long enough, it becomes real. You stop reacting, you stop explaining. You walk through storms with your head up because you built the habit of strength. Perception isn't just a game. It's the first battle you win before the real one even starts. Attention is power, now more than ever. The most valuable thing isn't money, land, or even information. It's attention. And the moment someone knows they can shake you with a word, a post, a look, you've lost. Own your emotions or they become someone else's game. If someone can make you angry, upset, insecure, jealous, or defensive with just a few words or a certain look, you've already lost. You've let them into your mind without charging anything. You've handed them your value. You've given away your energy. The reason most people stay stuck is because they use their energy reacting to everything. Someone says something negative and they feel they must reply. Someone disrespects them and they immediately lose control. They can't stop themselves from showing they're affected. And that reaction gives everything away. It makes them predictable, fragile, and easy to influence. Those who really understand the game never allow that. They know that attention is power. If someone can't catch your attention, they can't influence your mind. They can't control your choices. They can't even step into your space. The ones who move ahead are the ones who remain steady when others try to provoke them. They don't bite every time someone throws bait. They know most arguments are traps, ways to drag you into a mental prison where the other person pulls all the strings. The smarter response is silence. The higher move is not reacting at all. That drives people crazy. When they can't figure you out, can't rattle you, they begin to doubt themselves. They start to lose their hold on you because you've stopped giving them what they feed on, your attention. Every time you dismiss a small insult, every time you stay centered while someone tries to knock you off track, you're strengthening your control. You're telling the world, I move only when I choose to. That's real strength. Not reacting, not feeling the need to correct every lie, not needing to prove your worth to those who don't even belong in your league. That restraint builds mystery because those with real worth don't even have to speak it. They make others come look for it. Attention is what people crave more than anything else. Once they see they can't get it from you, they stop trying. They move to easier targets. But if you respond, if you show them that they're getting under your skin, they'll keep coming back. They'll feed off your reactions. You become the show. You become their fuel. And all you've done is give away your most precious asset to someone who never earned it. Any place, in any setting, the one who can remain emotionally calm holds the power, not because they don't feel anything, but because they don't give their attention away for nothing. If you want respect, learn to keep your attention from those who haven't earned it. If they can't trigger you, they can't reach you. That's how you gain control. By treating your focus like the treasure it is. Chaos is full of opportunity. Most people fall apart when things go wrong. Their mind shuts down, their emotions explode, and they crumble under the pressure. They've been taught to seek comfort, to chase routine and safety. The moment that's at risk, they break down. But the rare few, the ones who rise, see chaos as something different. They see it as fuel. They treat it like their chance to climb while everyone else stumbles. When others lose control, they dial in. When others hide, they take steps forward. That way of thinking changes everything. In chaos, the rules change. Rank, reputation, and talk mean nothing. When the pressure's on, you find out who's real and who's faking it. When everything is falling apart, people look for leadership. They look for someone who's not shaken, not confused, not reacting emotionally. That's when control is taken. That's when calm, presence, and discipline become the most valuable traits in the room. The person who stays calm in the middle of the storm becomes the anchor. They don't have to talk loudly. Their energy says it all. They don't become the leader by asking for it. They become it by being the only one strong enough to hold it all together. Pressure isn't a curse, it's a test. It filters out the weak. The strong use it. They understand that tough situations are where respect is earned. You don't grow power when things are easy. You gain it when everything is spinning out of control and you still deliver. That's how dominance is built, by showing nothing can shake your focus. While others complain, you create solutions. While others hesitate, you move. That's what builds trust. That's what builds fear. It's not luck, it's mental strength. Everyone wants to sit at the top, but few want the fire that comes with it. They want success, status, and praise, but the moment things get tough, they check out. That's why they stay average. Because the truth is, every new level you try to reach comes wrapped in pressure. If you want to lead a group, run a company, or rule your space, you better be ready to take on that weight like a machine. Life won't stop hitting you. You just get better at taking the hits. The secret isn't avoiding chaos, it's learning to fight inside it. Make it your training ground. Whether it's arguments, uncertainty, betrayal, or defeat, use it. Let it shape you. Let it sharpen your senses. Chaos isn't your enemy. Emotional panic is. If you can stay steady and sharp when everything is noisy and messy, you instantly set yourself apart from almost everyone else. Because anyone can perform when it's simple. Only the disciplined keep going when it's tough. Every storm is a test. Every mess is a chance. You either break down in it or grow stronger through it. And once you prove that nothing can shake you, you become the one others follow when the world feels like it's falling apart. That's where true control begins, right in the center of the storm. Master the mask. Life isn't just about who you are, it's about who you seem to be. You could be capable, focused, and wise, but if you come across as unsure, soft, or unstable, that's how people will treat you. People don't see your thoughts or your morals or your work ethic. They see your face, your posture, your tone, and your energy. That's your mask. And if you don't learn to shape it, it'll end up shaping you. You need to know that every place you enter is a kind of stage. Whether you're meeting a client, facing a rival, talking to a group, or just walking into a room, people are watching. They're not reading your resume. They're watching how you stand, how you move, how you react. Once they build that first impression, everything you do is seen through that lens. If you walk in already looking defeated, unsure, you've lost half the fight before even speaking. People are drawn to certainty. They follow those who look in control. If you want to lead, influence, and gain respect, you need to wear the right mask. That's not fake. It's about knowing the gap between what you feel and what you show. You can feel broken but show strength. You can feel fear but move with authority. That's not acting. That's discipline. That's emotional strength. You don't let the world see you at your worst unless it serves a clear reason. You decide what version of yourself they get to experience. Weak people show everything. Every emotion is visible. Every setback shows in how they stand. Every insult changes their voice. They hand over all their power the moment they're under pressure. That makes them easy to read, easy to handle, easy to defeat. But when you've trained yourself to control your mask, nothing shows. You show only what you want to. You could be falling apart inside, but if your eyes stay steady, your voice stays calm, and your steps stay firm, people will think you're untouchable. That appearance becomes real because people begin to treat you as someone composed. And that forces you to rise to that role. The mask gives you strength. It helps you walk through chaos without showing a crack. It keeps your rivals confused and your allies confident. It even changes your mind. When you repeatedly act strong, even when you don't feel it, your mind adjusts. You begin to believe it. Your actions shape your identity. That's how you build real confidence. Not by waiting for the perfect feeling, but by behaving like the version of you that you want to grow into. Control how you appear. Own your performance. This isn't lying, it's leading. Not everyone deserves access to your feelings. Not everyone should see what's behind the curtain. The mask is your filter, your armor, your edge. Learn to wear it well, and you'll hold command in every room you step into. Weakness invites hunters. That's not an opinion. It's a rule of nature. In every setting, from the wild to the boardroom, weakness gets hunted. The second you show fear, insecurity, or a lack of control, someone will see an opening. People may not speak it out loud, but they sense it, they smell fear, they feel neediness, and they'll use it if they can. That's how life works. It doesn't reward kindness or good intentions if you come across as soft. You'll be treated like a tool. That's why acting unbothered isn't just a show, it's a protection. It's not about being emotionless, it's about protecting your position, about sending a clear message to the world. that you're not someone to be taken lightly. When you carry yourself like someone who doesn't flinch, doesn't plead, and doesn't break, people approach you differently. They speak more cautiously. They hesitate before testing your boundaries. But the moment you reveal emotional softness, especially around those who don't genuinely care for you, they will use it, not all at once, gradually, subtly. They'll stretch your limits, take what they can, and continue doing it until you either break down or explode. You see it in every area. In business, the one who seems unsure gets lowballed. In relationships, the person who chases too eagerly gets disregarded. In social settings, the one always seeking validation often ends up left out. Weakness, whether actual or assumed, attracts pressure. And most of the time, that pressure doesn't come from enemies. It comes from people who test you just to see if you'll give in. That's why it's not enough to be mentally strong. You must show strength outwardly, consistently. You have to walk and talk like someone with clear standards, who won't entertain nonsense and doesn't fall apart when things get hard. There's this idea being spread that vulnerability equals strength, that if you show how deeply things affect you, others will respect you more. That's misleading. In truth, if you open up to the wrong people, you give them tools, you hand them the instructions on how to damage you again, and they often will, either because they're opportunists or because they're insecure and need someone else to step over. You might believe being open earns sympathy, maybe from a rare few, but from most, it just gives them an advantage. So the approach is simple. Move with control. Hold your emotions steady. Don't whine. Don't beg for validation. Don't let every blow show. When something hurts, you absorb it quietly. You adjust in silence. And when you reappear, you do so composed. Focused eyes, steady voice, solid presence. That's how you eliminate the trace of weakness. That's how you stop drawing in people who only want to use you. The more calm strength you show, especially in stressful moments, the fewer predators come your way. Because predators don't seek out resistance, they seek ease. Don't give them that. In a world that feeds off reactions, emotion, and attention, the greatest power is control. When you train yourself to behave as though nothing shakes you, you elevate into a different space. Not just surviving, but taking over. You're no longer easily rattled by insult, chaos, manipulation, or self-doubt. You become the one who sets the pace, defines the atmosphere, and holds the space. Not because life got soft, but because you got stronger than the blows it throws. You stop bleeding in front of those who haven't earned your pain. You stop offering your energy to those unworthy of it. You begin to carry yourself like a presence, and in return, the world begins to respond to you like one. That's not a performance. That's discipline. That's self-mastery.